When you think of a library, what comes to mind? Probably peace and quiet, right? A calm sanctuary. But here's something you might not realize. Behind the scenes, a lot of libraries are actually struggling with some pretty serious dysfunction. So we're going to explore why that is, and more importantly, what we can actually do about it. And look, this isn't just a rare thing. It's a surprising reality that libraries can be really, really stressful places to work. For so many library professionals, burnout is just a daily reality. The constant stress of being on the front lines, dealing with all sorts of complex community needs, it can take a huge toll and create an environment that's just crying out for a path back to health. So, where is all this stress coming from? Well, it's a mix of things, really, from both outside and inside the library. You've got the obvious stuff, like dealing with uncivil patrons. But often the bigger problems are internal. Things like poor communication, maybe leadership that isn't quite up to snuff, or even straight up toxic behaviors between colleagues. Each one of these, big or small, just chips away at what should be a healthy place to work. Okay, but thankfully, we're not just here to talk about problems. There's a solution, a real roadmap. It comes from the book Cultivating Civility by Joe Henry, Joe Eschliman, and Richard Monaz. And what's great about this? It's not just a bunch of academic theory. It's packed with proactive solutions that came from tons of research and, crucially, from talking to the people who are actually on the front lines, day in and day out. What I love about their approach is how comprehensive it is. They've laid out this amazing 4-point blueprint for change. It starts small with you, the individual, your own mindset and self-care. Then it zooms out to the team you work with. From there, it looks at the leader's role, and finally, the entire organization. See, it gets that you can't just fix one little piece. Real, lasting change has to happen at every single level. And the stuff inside the book, it's all super practical. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's like a toolbox full of actual strategies you can use. We're talking about real-world things like focusing on wellness and self-care to stop burnout before it starts, or improving how everyone communicates with each other. It even gets into how to build and keep teams that actually stick together, you know? It details the kind of training you need for things like empathy and managing conflict. Ultimately, the message is crystal clear. The goal is to help libraries become better, healthier workplaces for absolutely everyone. Because when you think about it, a library staff that's thriving, that doesn't just make it a better place to work, it creates a stronger, more vibrant, more welcoming resource for the entire community it serves. And isn't that what it's all about?